Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your message tarot reading. This is a general message necessarily. There are so many of you with so many different circumstances. However, if this does not resonate with you, check your other placements. Sun, moon, rising are typical, but any placement that is significant to you in your chart for another message, for other messages that may resonate more with where you're at right now. If you're interested in a personal reading, check the description box below for information about what I offer. I am grateful to be here. I am going to be focusing on Mercury's retrograde, although I am doing this around the energy of the full moon in Aquarius. So that is already buzzing and building around us. So Mercury has been retrograding since the beginning of the month and will continue to do so through the end of August. And then it will probably move direct sometime in early September to go over its shadow period. So this is a long at least 3 week cycle. Sometimes it's 5 weeks. And this is going to focus on the area of your chart that has to do not only with your community engagement, your social identity, work that you do collectively, but also on your foundation, your roots. For many of you, your domestic environment. So let's get started with this overall energy for Scorpio. We have the World card. You're definitely closing out a cycle. You're completing an accomplishment. You've achieved something. You've built something, and you are quite possibly being recognized, rewarded for your achievement. This is beautiful in terms of completing, wrapping up, and having something to show for the journey that you've been on. You may be quite aware that the not only the recognition, but the rewards that you are experiencing, particularly if it's not huge worldly acclaim or accolades, may be in the knowledge of the skills you've developed and the preparation for the next journey. For many of you, this is merely a leveling up or a greater elevation of the efforts that you have completed successfully, and you're taking that to a larger audience, engaging a greater collective or collaborative, and bringing it to a wider, less familiar community. So this is a beautiful card of closing something, of recognizing that you've come to the end of a journey. In the present, we have the Star card. What lovely cards. The Star card is in your present, is re-engaging you with your vision. Even as you have accomplished, I would say, a leg of that journey, the star represents our North Star, something we're always reaching towards, that our vision is not something that we ever exactly manifest in its detail. It's the larger hope that we have for the elevation of our products, our services, ourselves in the pursuit of this vision. So the star is indicating a certain amount of public recognition that you may be receiving, opportunities to present what you've accomplished to your community, a larger world stage. Sometimes this indicates a kind of fame or fortune you may be receiving as a result of the accomplishments you've achieved. So this is a time when the way that you represent your achievements is important and is shifting as you set your own hopes and expectations higher, recognizing the positive impact for most of you that you're having on your community, your world, and an opportunity to elevate that to a larger arena. In the past, we have the Six of Pentacles. This feels like part of your creative process. And by creative, I mean any expression, authentic expression of yourself as exhibited through the things you do, all that you do. So a creative process or expression can be the way in which you do business. And this card is very much describing all the exchanges of energy that you engage in. That is love and money and anything else besides. But this represents an elevation in your ability to negotiate truthful, equitable contracts. And by that, I mean agreements in all of your exchanges so that you are protecting yourself primarily from overgiving. Something because of your vast resources, for the Scorpios I'm talking to, are very powerful, have committed their lives to the development of particular craft or crafts, and through the exhibition of that, the constant development and practice of that, have come to a place of great strength and power, vision even, so that in all your exchanges, you have learned to be very clear about what you're putting in and what you're getting out. And that is helping you to define uh, your area of achievement, to define the rewards that you expect, and to keep you from overgiving in a way that may leave you resentful, burnout, or um, feeling ripped off. Instead, you are very clear about how to make things fair, equitable, how to distribute the resources that you manage in whatever arena of business that you're engaged in. In the future, the Ace of Pentacles, wow. This is really feeling like it's all moving towards the manifestation of the new opportunity that is being built upon your achievements, so that you are recognizing you've built this based on your vision and your experience, so that you now have a new opportunity to maximize the abundance, the collaboration to build something that is long lasting, that will serve more people, that will be a resource, that will be excellent and valuable to people. And there is a real opportunity for some financial abundance here as well. This is important because, as I mentioned earlier, you're really looking at defining, further refining, and defining who your social role in the world, how you align yourself, what you're able to build, and you're demonstrating that you're able to continue to develop something based on what you've already achieved. But now you're doing it with stability and security in mind, where in the past you may have had to manage less generous resources, shall we say. Now you have an opportunity to make some money, to be prosperous on your own terms. This is not about accumulating vast stores of wealth. It could be. I'm hoping that this reading is resonating for you, Scorpio. If so, please like this video. Please share it with others who may enjoy it, and subscribe, of course, to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I absolutely value all the support that you give me in whatever form that comes. And I pulled worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And if I'm not mistaken, this is one you've received recently. And this, at least in my memory, points to a level of anxiety that you may at times exhibit or may overwhelm you because of the high refinement of your effort, your craft, your great deal of achievement, practice, a creative process that you've refined over such a degree of time that you are always considering and strategizing new ways of expressing yourself effectively. You may have multiple new communities, new partners with which you are building and manifesting this opportunity to translate this experience, this achievement in new ways to new people. So that can bring a sense of uh, being in an environment where there's a lot of unsolicited advisement and opinions about what you should do. Um, and that can lead you to overthinking, to being out of your body, and that can increase the sense of physical discomfort. The cicada keyword is inner voice. You're transforming into your best self. It's time to reemerge and use your voice to reconnect with the world around you. Yeah, this is feeling like a deep dive into your creative, not only your creative process, but your source of your motivation and source of fuel for your vision, so that you're often, uh, there's often a sense that it's a very romantic sense that, suffering, difference, pain, being an outlier, an outsider, things that fuel uh, great creative output. And whether I believe that's true or not, I do believe that you have undergone a phenomenal transformation that has allowed you to build your vision in very practical and tangible ways. And this, of course, your ruling planet Pluto is in the earliest minutes of Aquarius now, and will in a couple of months go retrograde into the last minutes of Capricorn, signaling the closure of this long process of healing, of reconstruction, of rebirth, after having had at least the uh, superficial appearance of a former life or a former way of doing things being completely burned to the ground and rebuilt by you. So here's a way that some obstacle may have created a phenomenal sense of loss. And it can be triggered by literal loss of resources, someone who was significant in your life, but it can also be about really the ability to reflect very deeply on attitudes, activities, behaviors of your own that you were not comfortable with, that you didn't feel good about, and your ability to work through that and kind of clear the stage in a way. Um, I'm going to clarify the star card in the presence with the Seven of Earth and the Sun card. The Seven of Earth is this intense reevaluation based on the completion of something, the closing out of a cycle, a journey, or an achievement. As a result of that, you are really reevaluating, reassessing how you have invested in yourself to date, how you got through this journey, the ways in which you've learned that in order to fuel your motion forward on your path of destiny, because you absolutely feel that you are on the right course for you, you need to reconsider the way that you invest in your resources, and actually consider the rewards of your current process, right? How do I get more out of what I have? How do I work smarter rather than harder? And this is absolutely you managing this incredible sense of liberation that you now understand as a part of your accomplishment and your ability to be prepared, to set up, to imagine to manifest this new level moving forward, this new desire for growth, for stability, for security, as you are facilitating this sense of personal joy, illumination, luxuriating in this creative process that allows you to be who you are unapologetically and to inspire others as a result of that. This is somehow connected up with the way that you are able to present your ideas to public, to partners, to investors, to funders, to those that are engaged in your project, in your uh, plans moving forward. And this has an absolutely financial security associated with it. You're able to draw in partners rather than uh, investors, or to encourage your investors to understand the nature of the partnership that they're engaging in. This can also be the people literally that you're working with, your audiences, collaborators, a way that you have of being who you are and understanding how you have invested in this process of developing your talent, your voice. In the past, the Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Fire and the Two of Fire. Victory is yours. You are absolutely in this beautiful place of balancing between the past and the future. You are understanding that what your strength, what your expertise, what your passion is. This obviously has been fueling your collaborative efforts for quite some time. This process is not new to you, but you're to a place where you authentically understand that in order for you to grow, you must consider less familiar territory. You must be willing to move out into unknown territory, to audiences that are not familiar with, and make the case for why what you have to offer is something that can model larger and larger, invigorate, motivate larger and larger groups of individuals. There's something about making your process something that is available to others. And this is part of a theme that seems to be collective, that what we do well, what we've learned to uh, move forward on the terms of our integrity with an equity, is something that is part of becoming this kind of global citizen that I believe we are being prompted to respond to the world and its challenges with. This idea that becoming more abundant within, being more authentically who we are, is what empowers others to do the same, uplifts the community, creates abundance of a different sort, of an all-sided, more comprehensive sort that the world clearly needs more of. There is enough for everyone. So this idea that you are harnessing this ability and allowing others to glimpse your process is what is important. And this requires you to step out, to present yourself, to put yourself out there. And thus you are creating this public persona, this educational persona that is helping others to understand what you and your community, your colleagues are doing. In the future, the Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Love card. That's the Lovers and the Two of Water, or the Two of Cups. So I see a couple of twos, I see a couple of sixes, which is very even-handed. It's really about the consideration, the process that you're going through to make yourself whole as you engage in this process. In fact, this feels like an opportunity for you to partner substantially, significantly with other like-minded individuals, or with another significant partner. based on your sense of wholeness, of deservedness, of the dreams that you are pursuing, of your potential, and of your embrace that you are enough. You are complete. You can fuel yourself and your community with the qualities, the resources that you have at your disposal. This is not about being independent. This is about how to more deeply connect with other like-minded individuals based on your ability to more deeply connect with who you are. And given a lifetime of experience, no matter where you are in your life, you've become a better discriminator around those opportunities that best suit you, that best support you in the long term, on a level of security and stability that help you to join with others to build something together, a goal that is, for many of you, quite selfless. This connection, this ability to be whole within yourself is reflecting in all of your relationships, and it's bringing powerful partnerships to you in the future to access this opportunity that you have manifested, this opportunity to build something. Scorpio, I'm going to finish off this reading with the Yogic Path Oracle. And of course, I always am hopeful that this reading brings you some insight, some clarity as you move forward. And I pulled Ahimsa. And so Ahimsa is non-violence. You've been observant of how your thoughts affect your actions and how your actions reflect the quality of your life. Through actively changing your internal monologue, you're manifesting a heightened state of consciousness and a new paradigm. Continue to fine-tune your inner language to radiate compassion, joy, and peace. Even the most disciplined yogis still often look in the mirror and think negative thoughts about themselves, get frustrated when stuck in traffic, or speak words to a loved one that don't radiate pure love. These moments are your guru, reminding you where you still need to grow. Overcoming your triggers facilitates growth. Each time you feel the voice of negativity come through, sing back to it words of compassion. You'll quickly find these words echoed back by all those you encounter. Thank you so much, Scorpio. Until next time, namaste.